Hi, Taylor. Okay, so here's what I'm going to have you do. You're going to go over to lifetocome.com and you can see the lifetocome.com. And what you're going to do is I've sent you an email for your username and password. I've set you up a username and password, so you should get the email about that. And let's see if I can find it here. I will, if you don't have the actual password, I think you can reset your password, but it got sent to mail.taylor@yahoo.com. Okay? So here's what we're going to have you do. I don't know if you've used AI very much, but that's what we're going to be learning today. So we're going to go to the products. And I've just added some new products into the website. And the products are coming from a company called Salvia. So what we're going to do here, for instance, let's do this plushie toy actually. So the first thing I'm going to do is click edit. A little slow. Okay. And so here you're going to find the description, which is going to, let's read it what it says. Welcome to a world of cuddles and cute. Our 45 centimeter teddy bear plush toy is charming Korean outfit. Design blah 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 blah. So what we want to do with this, product features, when is it best used? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to copy it all. I'm going to highlight that and then Control C. And then I'm going to go over to Google Gemini. So you just type in Gemini in the regular Google browser. Just put in Gemini. It should pop up. And for you, I've been using Gemini for about 2 years now, so you might need to sign in, and it should be a free account. And if it's not, let me know and I'll give you something different, okay? But once you're in here, you're going to say something like, we're going to say, please rewrite the following product description to product description, keeping the specifications and details. I want you to add to the description the benefit to dementia patients for soothing and comfort. Use some information online regarding dementia patients that have anxiety, loneliness, and fidgeting issues. Okay, then I'm going to put this in a one, it's not a quote, but it's just a single quote, comma, and Control V, and then put that in there again. So you want to kind of put these little quotes around it and click enter, and then you'll see what it does. So now you can see it's saying introducing companion for comfort, security, and endless cuddles, a charming teddy bear plush toy. It's keeping all of the original specs, but it's adding some information about including those with dementia here. You do want to kind of read it. Alright, so now I'm going to click this comma, copy response, and I'm going to go over to my page. Now I'm going to piece this in here in a few ways. So the first paragraph, we're going to replace it with a new first paragraph. So I'm going to go back up here, and I'm going to copy this, Control C, and then I'm going to drop it here. What I like to do here is I just like to take this and click enter before I delete it, and then put that in there. Make sure it looks okay. Questionable. No, that doesn't look right. Okay, so then I'm going to take this. You can see that this style of the paragraph needs to be centered because this one was centered, you know? And then I can actually take it and just delete that one out. And now we're going to scroll down to the second paragraph, go back to here, copy this, and back over here, bring that in, and I'll do the same thing. This one's got bullets, we don't want bullets, so I'm just going to click on here, after up here, and click enter, and then down here, so this one we can actually keep these other, you know, items in here because they're connected, they're related, it's okay. If you can notice though that this one's got some spaces there, so we're going to add a space. It's not going to let me. Alright, so that's fine. So then we're just going to continue down here and see what else is in there. Just got to kind of use your own judgment, right? It's not rocket science, it's pretty much cutting and pasting. But I like this information. Let's see if we can, whoops. Sometimes hard to just copy a section without copying the whole thing, as you can see. Let's try it this way. See, bring that over here. And then we have I don't really know if I need to add this anywhere. It's already kind of covered. Oh, but here you can see we want to take this and center it because the rest of it's centered. Centering that. See what that looks like. Yeah, so then at the bottom I think we'll just add the key features at the bottom. So I'm going to click enter, Control V, and then I'm just going to do this again. Oops, center that again. Boy, damn. Here we go again. I don't know. I don't think it's that important, actually. I'm just going to try to make that centered. Here. And I'm going to take a look at it. When you're finished with that, you can see how it's been added. I'm not really concerned about this. I mean, Actually, it doesn't look right because these bullet points don't work with that centering, does it? So I'm going to go back and undo that. I'm just going to go back up here. Do what's called left justified. Alright, and so when I'm finished, I'm going to click the update button. So, yeah, any and all of these products, we want to make them dementia, connected to dementia. If you can come up with reasons to tell Gemini why you think it should be like that, and here we can click View Product. That's great. You have experience somewhat, with what Nina went through, and you can kind of deal with it that way. So let's see here. Well, these are really cute, aren't they? Happy monkey. Oh, it's so cute. Alright, so let's see how that looks. So, you do want to kind of, read it over as much as you can. Alright, so that looks pretty good. Just want to make sure that you've got these kind of options look right. So I'm just checking to make sure that all the buttons are working just by making some variation choices here. Make sure that all looks good. Now we're going to go back over here. Now you can do this. Look at the price on this. I mean, I'm just going to show you how it works. You can see that we've got this on sale. You can view it on Selvia if you want, which is the supplier. And you can see that my price on this is $10.14 and the retail price is $36.95. I don't want you to be messing around with pricing and all that. You don't have to do that, but I just wanted to show you that. Okay, and so then we can go back to edit product up here. If I don't like something and I want to go back and just check it or double check it, then I can do that by going back into here, And just so you know, just for future reference, if you notice that something was wrong with it, with the price or whatever, you can see here. I might have you do linked products. If you click linked products, we'll go into, let's see what we have here. And let's see. Put in toys, see what we get. So we might want to put this one in there. And I'll just do toys. Squishy face. Alright, so just the one, I guess. Cross cells would be other things, so don't worry too much about that right now. We're pretty good. Oh, but the one thing that I do want you to do is product tags. So when you get the description that you like from Gemini, what you want to do is you want to then say, please provide product tags separated by commas. Enter. So now it's going to give me these product tags. And what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to click copy. And then I'm going to go over here to Firefox. Click here. We go to this product tags button here, area. Enter. Control V. And click add. And so these product tags are for search engines. So if people are searching for these things, then they'll find them that way. Okay? And then you want to just make sure you've got images in there. And then click update. categories would be nice to check if you happen to. If you see that it's saying uncategorized, then we want to put it in the right category. But, I want you to focus on these, updating these descriptions, product descriptions. Huge job, by the way. It'll keep you busy for a while until I get this drone school thing under control here. We can start doing that one. But, so that is good. So let's just do another one real quick. I'm going to go to all products. So this one here, just show you. So I've got all kinds of stuff I just added. We got some toys in here, which are great. Can't believe how much they love them at like the nursing home. We have some doorbell cameras and stuff. Things like this would be important to ask Gemini to talk about. That dementia patients they wander off, and so it's really important for the caregiver to have good security systems and to help them in case they leave the house and they don't know where they are. That's really important. I was going to show you this too. There's some of these other products. The night vision security camera, really important for people to understand that they're going to need to have some kind of security when they have a dementia patient newly diagnosed, because they're going to start wandering off in the middle of the night. It's absolutely crazy. These are portable door and window security alarms, which you can use under any door in the house. So if they're at night, they're wandering off in the middle of the night, it's great to put one like in the hallway outside the door, so that not that they can't get out in case of a fire, but that if the door is breached, then they will be alerted to that. There's these window alarms, which used to be a huge seller for me. I'm really going to be doing a lot of ads with these because they're just awesome. That as soon as a dementia patient tries to open up a window to get out or to do anything really, the alarm will go off. So in that case, I would tell Gemini, hey, please rewrite this description, keeping all the specifications and details, but add that gather information online that talks about dementia patients. They wander off, they get lost, they might try to do something with getting in the window, getting out of the window, and so this is really good for the caregiver to be alerted if they're to wake in the middle of the night and breach a window. Also, these fingerprint touchpad door locks are with RFID, infrared access, which are awesome too, because they can use these on the inside of the house, so that in order to get out of the house at night, they need to put their fingerprint on there to get out, and getting in as well. So these are really important safety areas for. It's okay to have maybe a door on the furnace, utility room, or certain areas of the house, the garage maybe. You don't want somebody who's got Alzheimer's or dementia to be out in the garage, picking up a chainsaw, right? So they can put these fingerprint touch door locks inside the house so that they can't get out of the house. And then of course there's other security cameras and stuff. I'm going to be working on this with you too, so by the way, so it's not like you're going to have to do all these on your own, but there's just a lot of great stuff. So just think in your mind, somebody who could be dangerous to themselves or to other people, and all of these products are built for that kind of safety. The GPS trackers for vehicles are really important because they have saved a lot of people. I have had several conversations with police officers, and I'm going to be really pushing these advertising towards that market, towards police and safety and community safety and this kind of thing, because people with dementia, they get in the car and they take off and nobody knows where they went. And sometimes they leave without a driver's license, without any ID. If there's ID in the car, hopefully the vehicle's registered, but you never know. They can get pretty darn far before they're discovered missing. So these speakers, these Bluetooth speakers, these are used for inside of the shower, because what I learned was in trying to get my grandma, your grandma, into the shower or to do hygiene and stuff, they just don't want to do it at all. So a couple of tricks that I used was the Bluetooth speaker inside the shower, and once the music came on, then she was very cooperative. So we'll go back over here to the site itself. So I'll show you where we're at over here. So I have a little button in here. So the categories are so important. Help mom won't take a shower. So when we click on that, it's going to give you like all these different things that I used. So all these products right here are all new. I just added these in. People have asked, you know, they really want bigger mats or better type of, you know, safety mats. So these are really safety because they're memory foam and they're non-slip. So all of these are non-slip. You'd be surprised at how many are not non-slip. And then the shower ambient light. This is really nice too. This is something that really works well. I didn't have this specific product when caring for my mom, but I did have, I don't know if I'm still selling it now or not, but I did have a towel warmer, which was amazing because you can't imagine how much just a warm towel. I'll be taking a note and adding that towel warmer again. The music, the towel warmer, the bamboo chair so she could sit down. All these things are really, they just made a big difference. This is the one that I used actually at our house. And so yeah, these are just some of the items that I'm adding. You can see that they haven't been categorized very well because there should be more items in this category. But like I said, when you're looking at it, just take a moment to maybe take a look at if the product is in the proper category. So this one here is bath. So you want to make sure that at the very least those products for the bathroom are in the bath category. And of course you know where to find the category, right? Because you've done that before. You don't necessarily have to go into this part, but when you're in the product itself, you can get to the category. So yeah, this is pretty simple. And again, don't worry about the prompt. It's pretty simple. Let's just do one more for you. My idea about this cabinet is because it fits between the sink and the toilet and it's out of the way, you really want to have that ability to keep things, it's space saving, it's equipped with wheels so you can move it around, which is what I like too, but it's just really, it fits really tight inside the, so in my house there's the toilet and then there's the cabinet, and this can fit right in between the cabinet, you know, and the toilet, which is nice. So many people have this, or between the toilet and maybe a shower or a bath tub, there's that, you know, a little bit of that space, I think can work really nice. So in my case, I also like the fact that because it's kind of in that space, I believe it would be kind of discreet. And the thing about people with dementia is that they're always like, I don't want to say stealing stuff, but they're always taking stuff out of order, meaning like they'll take stuff out of a cabinet in the bathroom and they'll put it in the cabinet in the kitchen, right? So you're finding your spatulas are in the toothbrush drawer and the toothbrush is in the spatula drawer in the kitchen. So the idea is always to conceal things that are not necessarily normal in normal spaces for them. So in this case, what I would do is I would say things like that, like you want to put things in discrete spaces so that they can't readily, you know, automatically. You got to get pretty tricky with dementia patients because they're smart, but they're not always quite as observant as most people who don't have dementia would be. So a non-dementia person would very likely, yeah, recognize this as a cabinet immediately, but a person with dementia, they might not necessarily recognize that that cabinet is actually a cabinet, and it's just something that's there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to ask Gemini to please rewrite this product description and keep the specifications and details and add the benefits to dementia patients because it is discrete and your caregiver is able to use it for personal items that they may not want the dementia patient to readily find. It is also safe because it does not take up any additional floor space and add more benefits to the description that you think will be helpful. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do this. So on top of your quotes, there's just going to be without a shift key, just the single quote, Control V, single quote, enter. Let's see what it came up with. So here, he's getting the idea, Gemini's getting the idea, discrete and secure storage. As dementia progresses, individuals may misplace or hide important personal items, leading to stress and confusion. This narrow cabinet provides a dedicated, discrete space for a caregiver to safely store medications, valuable documents, keys, or other items that should not be easily accessible. The ability to keep these items out of sight helps prevent the patient from misplacing them and reduces the risk of rummaging behaviors, which can often be a source of agitation. So that's amazing. See how great this is? And then provides a safe and clutter-free environment. So I'm liking this a lot. I'm just going to click copy here. I'm going to go down to here, and now I'm going to click enter. I'm going to keep the same, you can ask it for like a new title, but if the title is pretty good, then we'll just keep it. So I'm going to click enter. I'm going to do Control V, and I'm going to add all that new stuff in there. And then I'm just going to take it, make sure that, so the cabinet measures, so it shows the measurements right there, right? Let me make sure, okay, so we make sure that Gemini did keep the specifications of the details of the product before we delete, the things that we don't want. So now I'm just going to take it away, scroll all the way down. Whoa, sorry. Whoa, mama. And I'm just going to click backspace to delete it all. And then I'm going to go back to Gemini, and I'm going to tell it, you did a good job by giving it a thumbs up. And then I'm going to ask it to please provide product tags separated by commas. If you don't say separated by commas, then it's going to give you those in bullet format, and we can't use them in bullet format because they won't cut and paste. So I want to copy this, and then I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to paste it to the product tags and add it. So now it can only be copied and pasted in here if these are written in this format, just like keywords or anything like that. They have to be separated by a comma. All right, so that's it. I hope you understand, and if you don't, if you have any questions, just let me know. Pretty straightforward and simple. Again, we want to make sure that this category bath is checked. I think usually when I enter the products, I do the categories then and there already, so it should be okay. Let's just make sure to update this product before we go anywhere. And then of course I do want to take a look at it on the front end just to make sure that nothing hokey happened in the process. Usually it doesn't, but doesn't hurt to just take a quick peek and make sure that it worked well. And then click view product. Whoopsie. Shit. I want to hit that. Just give it a minute to update. Try to get rid of this bad stuff in here. Try to ignore this banner up here. It's really annoying. Try to see if I can get rid of it. I don't know. Data. Anyways, this is where you want to go. I can't seem to get rid of this banner up here. I don't know why, but just click on this, view product. See what this looks like. It's not bad looking. It's kind of cheap looking, but it's okay. It's got wheels. I like the wheels a lot. I'm going to scrape up your floor. So now we have shipping product. Oh, and if you want to put some linked products in there, you could. I'm not worried about it right now. Alright, when you're done, you're going to just log out. Make sure you log out of the website when you're finished, if you can, please. And that'll be it. Thank you so much. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.